We're working on something different, but while we're letting that happen, we're gonna take a minute and make something cool. I use it for breakfast. Chia pudding. You're familiar, you've heard of it, whatnot. Very, very simple. 3 ingredients. Really could do it with 2, whatever you like. But you're gonna need milk. I use whole milk because whole milk, you know, that cow didn't work that hard for you to take the fat out of it. Chia, available anywhere. See, it says so right on the bag. I busted the bag, so anyway. And I'm gonna use a little honey. Now, I got some local stuff, but you know, whatever you got. Yeah, you could use the jar. Use the little bear if you got that. All right, now, real quick, deli cups. Remember, Amazon or Chinese delivery. Get a quart of soup, large. Anyway, this is a quart container, so there's 4 cups in here, up to here. That means halfway, that's 2 cups. That's a pint. Quarter of the way, 1 cup, 2 cups is a pint, 3 cups, 4, you get the idea. Now, we know we're gonna have a little expansion with this, so we're gonna go with 3 cups. I typically, not gonna lie, eyeball it, but I know there's some people out there that wanna measure things, get it right, whatever. Yeah, so we're gonna measure, but we are gonna measure out 3 full cups of milk, okay? Good Lord, we go through a lot of milk in this house. Take that back, I go through a lot of milk in this house. So, again, 3 cups, not 4, which would make it a quart. Next, your chia. All right, now the ratio on this is roughly 2 tablespoons for every half cup. And we got 3 cups, so how many half cups do we have? 3 times 2 is 6, 2 tablespoons for every half cup, so 6 times 2 is 12, boom. Now you could do it however you want, you know, but we're gonna just do it this way. All right, chia's in there. Now, we're gonna take that honey I'm talking about. Now, this is to your liking. Again, this is one you could leave it out. I've seen people put like a little vanilla extract in here, vanilla paste. Shit, put some Hershey's chocolate syrup in there if you want. Maybe some strawberry Nesquik. I don't care. But, you know, this will just give it a little flavor, a little sweetness, and, you know, trying to be healthy. And promoting the bees. I'm a big fan of bees. Yeah, there we go. Now the bees know I love them. God damn, that's good. Here we go. Now you stir. You could easily, you know, pop a cap on that and shake it. Coming from experience, I don't recommend that because one way or another, you are gonna get it everywhere. Trust me. You can take a whisk, little, you know, you could do this in a bowl and then pour into the container if you want, whatever. You can take a fork, you know, all right? Use a fork. Something I like to do, one of these milk frother things. If you see much of, yeah. Basically, you just want to give it a good stir. You're gonna stir it for a couple minutes, okay? Not gonna lie, it's a little bit on the tedious side right here. You know, that's why I use the little machine. All I gotta do is stand here. Then let it sit for about 5-10 minutes. You're gonna come back though and stir up one more time so it doesn't get all lumpy at the bottom and whatnot. But we'll do that here in a minute and then we'll try it out. You're gonna be happy about it. You can throw anything on top of it, fruit, yogurt added in, peanut butter, all kind of stuff. It's great, it's good for you. And yeah, you can do a lot with it. And healthy, they say. All right, as you gave on a quick stir. You know, and again, use those ratios. Make less, make more. It doesn't matter. But those ratios will hold up. Now, though, now that I've mixed it that second time, I am going to put a lid on it and throw it in the fridge. Milk doesn't want to sit out too long. What's going to happen though is those chia seeds are going to soak up the milk. They're going to expand. It's going to get more puddingy, gelatinous, if you want to use that word, whatever. Anyway, go back in about 10 or 15. Give it a good stir. That time you definitely may want to use the fork because it's a little sturdier than your whisk. But yeah, give it a good stir. Give it a good stir. You know, and then let it sit for a couple hours. Then top it off and eat eat it. Yeah, and then you're gonna let it sit, you know, a couple hours overnight. It will last for, I don't know, at least a week. That's usually about how long that takes me. So, you know, enjoy. All right, had plenty of time. Look at that. We're gonna give this chia pudding one last stir. See what I mean? Like it's getting thicker. Feel free to get in there and give it a good stir. And give it a good taste. Hell yeah. Man. Chia milk honey. Can't beat that. Delicious.